today. Yeah. I've been working today. It was actually really awkward. My 65-year-old receptionist turned up in a miniskirt. Now, in this day and age, you can't say anything, can you? But I forgot that. I said, "What the fuck are you wearing, Gary?" I mean, to do something like that at his age, it shows a lot of balls. Yeah, I work in a call centre, which some people think are all in India. Well, they're not, because there's some people like me who are just doing the accent. Anyway, my name's Keefy, or as my 2-year-old daughter now calls me, Keith. She doesn't even know that's my real name, she's just taking the piss. Yeah. Much like everyone else, because it rhymes with a few things, doesn't it? Like teeth, beef, contraceptive sheath. Keys, quief, brief, chief, queef. You know, what's your name, fella? Matt. Nice, strong name. I can imagine a gladiator using that name. Matt. Yeah? It's good, isn't it? Yeah. Matt, son of Horatio. Matt from Bareback Island. Son of Horatio, firstborn and rightful heir to 1,000 kingdoms. Yeah, it works, doesn't it? Whereas Keith of Hampshire, son of Geoffrey. Thirdborn and rightful heir to a 3-bed semi. So, not as good as I don't like using my real name, partly because it's a classic white middle-class man's name, isn't it? And people think it's easy being a white middle-class man. And it is. People don't like us very much at the moment, though, do they? And I think it's fairly well justified. We have done and still do some absolutely awful things, like Morris dancing. I mean, isn't it sad to think that that is England's version of the haka? I mean, to be fair, I would love to see the England rugby team Morris dancing. That would be great. Right, boys, gather around, big game tonight, yeah? Let's hit them hard in the scrum. Let's show these All Blacks what we're made of! The saddest thing about all of that is I've had to practice that at home. Just the old pants, yeah, well spotted. Cheers, it's my last one. I had a pack of 6 of them and they're all gone. Oh dear. Everyone likes the haka though, don't we? All like the haka? Yeah, it's good, isn't it? There's this one bit, right, we're all going like this, all going. There's one guy at the back and he's going, "Ringa Bakia, we Takia." That is my favourite bit. Because if you translate it and you do it in English, it goes, "Stamp your feet as hard as you can, slap your legs as hard as you can." That is just Morris dancing, but with more vigour. Could be worse. If you do it in Spanish, it goes, "Della tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo alegría." Don't seem so hard now, do they? Oh, Macarena, man, that just reminds me of Year 9 school discos. You had Macarena, Kung Fu fighting, Run DMC, Titanic theme tune, and then everyone just got off of each other. Except me, I just stood there wishing I didn't go to an all-boys school. Not for me. Even if it is just practice. Hated school, man. I was such an idiot at that age. I tried dyeing my hair blonde, right? I didn't leave it in long enough, so it just went bright orange. Instead of cutting it off, I just told everyone at school I was raising awareness for ginger people. It was good though, it was good to learn what it's like to be in a minority. And what I learned was, right, if you go to any other country in the world as a ginger, you're a delicacy. In this country, nah. Now in England, you smell of piss. Are there any other ginger cunts? I That's a horrible word, isn't it? I was warned not to say that. Yeah, it's horrible. Nobody likes that, do they? Ginger. I'm only messing. Look, it's I am sort of partly ginger in that my skin is so pasty. I feel like if I shave my beard off, I'll look like a mannequin for shit wigs. I'm so pale. I went to the beach once and fell asleep for 10 minutes. When I woke up, someone was checking my pulse. My wife, though, she says I've got the body of a Greek yogurt. I say I'm middle class, by the way, right? I actually grew up in a working class family. Didn't realise I'd actually become middle class to this one time, right? When I was skiing. It's a true story. You can tell people's class now from which supermarket they go to, can't you? Yeah, like at the top you've got the farm shops, they're la-di-da, aren't they? And then it goes M&S, Waitrose, Sainsbury's, Tesco, and at the bottom you've got the food banks, and then Lidl. I quite like going to Lidl because you can do shopping and learn German, can't you? Yeah, so we just need to get some Apfelsaft, some Gemüses, some Kartoffels, ein Kugelschreiber, 20 Schmetterlings. And then I'm just going to try on that wetsuit and then we're done. It's a ridiculous place, isn't it? Cheers. Got to love the food banks as well, haven't you? I've got a bit of a soft spot for the homeless people. Yeah, I'm always giving them money. My wife gets annoyed at me because she says it's just for drugs and alcohol. Well, it's not. Because sometimes I give them money for sex as well. Jump into conclusions. Honestly. This is a ridiculous story, right? But I swear it's totally true. When I was a kid, I was desperate to go to the homeless shelter because I wanted to go see all the tanks and guns. And I went there and I discovered that there aren't any because the Salvation Army is well shit. That is misleading for a kid though, isn't it? The Salvation Army. Might as well call it Hobo Force. I mean, isn't it terrible? My parents took me to a homeless shelter for a day out. At least they think they did. We could have just been in Wetherspoons. Much easier time to be a teenager back then. It's confusing these days, isn't it? My 12-year-old niece said to me just the other day that she's becoming a man. Turns out she's just getting hairy armpits, right? I said, you're not becoming a man, just a vegan. That is a cheap shot of vegans, I know, isn't it? Give us a cheer if you're a vegan. Was that a goat? Do it again. Who was it? Was it someone laughing or was it someone making a noise to agree with the question? Not sure. Hiding. Veganism's good. I think we should all be more conscious about what we're eating. Like, at the very least, I make sure my kids understand if we're having animals for dinner, right? So if it's beef, it goes on the fork, moo! Chicken. Sausages. I'm Pepper! The other day we had a Chinese takeaway, she went, Daddy, woof! So she is getting it. It's important stuff. Now look, I don't want anyone to think I'm being mean to vegan people or any other minority, okay? In fact, I once dated someone, right, who turned out to be a transsexual vegan. Difficult to eat out. Not really, there's loads of vegan restaurants around. Any couples in? Yeah. Must be a couple. Yeah, it's like 3 couples down here. Is this ground we've already covered? Yeah. You two a couple? Yeah? I'm not going to pick on you, don't worry. How long have you guys been together? 18 years. 18, wow, nice. Is there any new couples in? I know there's some young people over here, so I'm assuming there's... I won't pick on you even though it's fine. Look, after 18 years, so I've been with my wife 8 years now, right? So I think you guys would agree 18 years, so some things sort of change over that amount of time, don't they, in your relationship? Some things stay the same, some things change. Like, me and my wife first got together, we'd do cocktail night, right? And we'd go out and we'd buy all the ingredients, we'd learn to make a new cocktail, we'd make a night of it, right? We'd get all the snacks, get dressed up, and then afterwards I'd shag her tits off. 8 years on, right? 2 kids later, we still do it, except now it's just the snacks. The other day we had a pack of pork scratchings and a cheeky finger. I don't even like pork scratchings or being fingered. I'll take what I can get. When we got married, right, she immediately started farting in front of me, which I found funny, but you should have seen people's faces when we walked back up that aisle. I've got 2 kids now. We had our first beginning of lockdown, second one just came along last year. When he popped out, right, the midwife looked at him, she's gone, "It's a boy, and look at the size of that." Then she's winked at me and gone, "Must have got that from his dad." So we're getting a paternity test. Brought baby home, right, and all my mates came round to meet him and then got all weird about the breastfeeding. I was like, guys, fucking hell, come on. If you don't like it, don't drink it. That's what I'm saying. Annoying. Seriously. Yeah, I've got a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old. It's basically torture. They have absolutely no respect for me whatsoever. I have no control over them. They do whatever they want. Don't want to get up in the morning, don't want to go to bed at night, don't want to get dressed, don't want to get undressed, don't want to eat, don't want to not eat, do they? Don't want to use the potty. And why would you when you can just shit in the bath? This is an actual conversation I had with my 2-year-old the other day. Daddy! 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 Keith. Get in the buggy then. No! Right, that is like me going up to a taxi driver, isn't it? Like, "Hello mate, can you give us a lift to Basingstoke?" "Yeah, of course mate, get in." Fuck off. Ridiculous. Right, I have to go. Just quickly tell you about my granddad, who was a war hero. He died recently, unfortunately. I was going through his things and I found what I thought to be these love letters that were written to my granny whilst he was away at war in German. But turns out they were just shopping lists for Lidl. But, guys, my name's Keefy. I hope you have a fantastic night. Thank you very much.